Hi, I'm Dr. Janai Grigg, Professor of Sociology.
I'm Dr. Dan Bramer, Associate Professor of Philosophy and Religious Studies.
Today we'd like to talk to you about the general education curriculum at Holy Family University. Let's start by looking at what is general education.
Good question.
When you think about your coursework at Holy Family, it's broken roughly into two parts. One half is the general education, a variety of courses from a variety of disciplines that give you a broad spectrum of information. The second half is a set of classes that goes deep in one specific area of knowledge. These are your major courses within a program. This general education at Holy Family is broken into 6 knowledge areas. You'll take a selection of courses within each of those knowledge areas. The 6 knowledge areas at Holy Family are theological literacy, social consciousness, critical thinking, communication, scientific and technological competency, and national and global perspectives. So the next question is, why do we need general education?
Good question. The need for general education actually goes all the way back to the original academy in Greek philosophy. The understanding at the time was you had a lot of trade schools. If I'm going to be a carpenter, I go to study under someone who is a carpenter and I learn a trade. If I want to be a mason, I go to someone who is a mason and I learn a trade. The difference between a trade school and the academy is that the academy was interested in developing whole persons, to develop an entire framework of understanding so that you didn't simply possess a specific skill, rather you had a mentality that understood context, that understood place, and that was capable of appropriating a large number of different areas, disciplines, ways of thinking to broaden as well as sharpen and focus the mind. And so the university in the modern era has maintained that ancient idea because we understand that it's well and good to have a skill. Everybody has a skill set. I do philosophy, Janai does sociology. But I, as a philosopher, actually do philosophy better when I study sociology, when I study psychology, when I study English. So many of the disciplines grew out of one another and have been in conversation with one another as they've grown. So there's an understanding in the academy, at least, that all of these different branches are working together synthetically to raise each other up. A lot of times students will come in asking, why do I have to take a world religions course? Why do I have to take a sociology course?
They never ask that. No, I'm just kidding.
They do ask that. They ask me that. So the understanding is, you're right. This isn't a course in biology. This isn't a course in chemistry. This isn't a course in mathematics. But your mind isn't geared just toward one way of thinking. And if we as academics allow you to simply run in a groove, the only groove that you think you know now, just for starters, you're missing out on entire realms of study, fields of study that are engaging in some cases in thousands of years of work. You're missing out on just such a variety of learning. It would be like in a culinary sense. Well, I like burgers. I want to learn how to make burgers. Well, you're actually going to be much better off learning how to make other kinds of dishes. Not just so that you'll understand a little bit about how those dishes are made, but so that you can actually make better burgers. You will be a better biologist by studying sociology. You will be a better mathematician by studying philosophy. And so there's an understanding that you're not just being given a trade. You're actually being shaped as a human being and given a much broader perspective, because you are going to get out in the real world and have to engage with other people who come from different backgrounds. And so learning not simply about disciplines, but learning how to engage in the way those disciplines think and come at the world, how they speak, how they view things, how they study problems, and how they analyze them is going to give you so much more traction when it comes to your own project and your own discipline, whatever that may be. And heaven forbid, someone might actually show up, be one major, and think, oh my goodness, it happened to me. I went to the undergrad, I had one major picked out, I knew what I was going to do with my life. I took my first philosophy course and instantly fell in love. And it changed my life. And some of these courses that you think, well, I'm just taking this as a core, that core course isn't simply something for you to be doing to pass the time. It is actually something that is developing and growing you as a person.
Thank you for listening. We hope that you found this video helpful.